Legend of the Five Rings,
Magic,
My Little Pony,
Vice Shorts,
Force of Will,
Vanguard,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Buddy Fight,
Spoils.
Pokemon.
Well, hey everybody, it's your boy Montel. How you doing? It's a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. Don't even, yeah, nighttime, exactly. I am doing my video today on location at the store. The store I work at is called Atlantis Games and Comics. It is out of Virginia. There are 2 locations, one near you. Just kidding. Shameless plug. I had to do it. But I was talking to my man Preston. Preston is my coworker. I said, hey, what's up? That's my road dog. He's my Comic-Con buddy. So you'll see us in San Diego this year doing our thing and offering stuff up. But he brought up a good idea for a topic, and of course I had to explore it a little bit. Now, as you guys know, I am a big supporter of trading card games, have always been. The various games that have come out, the new ideas, the new concepts, beautiful artwork, different types of gameplay, and the most important thing is bringing players into the various communities. But one thing you've never heard me say, and one thing I will never ever do, is say one game is better than the other. Or hear people say, well, my game is better than yours. No, it's not. Every game has its own base. Every game has its own strength. Every game has its own weakness. But one game is not better than the other, and there are people out there who play and start trashing the other ones. I gotta tell you guys, that's not cool. That's not cool at all, and I'll tell you why. You have games that have been around for the longest time. Magic is the grandfather of them all, and there have been games that come along as well that aren't around. But no one game is better than the other, and you as a card player, as well as me as a card player, we don't have the right to trash other games because we are strongly supporting the games that we enjoy. I hear from Magic the Gathering players, from Yu-Gi-Oh players, you still have other guys who are just snotty and snooty and stupid. And here's my thing. We're trying to bring people into the fold. We're trying to bring them into our games. But we're not going to disrespect other games because we have our preference. It's all right to have your preference. It's all right to support the game that you support. But it is not all right to trash the game, especially if you have new players who are trying to find a game that fits them. Because we know it's an evolution. You start with one game and then you go to another. Now you have 2 games, and you go to another, you have 3 games. And then it'll go back down to 2 for whatever reason. Everybody's made that transition. I've made that transition. But I don't feel like we have the right to trash other games because you have your preference. Don't do that. Because whether you know it or not, all of these games balance against each other. They offer variety. They offer a choice. If it were just Magic and that's it, you'd be surprised how many people would just stray away from it because there's nothing else to be compared to it. So basically what it boils down to is this. Don't trash the other games, especially in front of new players, because I can't stand when people do that. You have someone coming into the establishment for the first time. They're excited, they want to try something new. But you've got people who have been playing Magic for so many years, Yu-Gi-Oh for so many years, Pokemon for so many years. And you have someone that comes in and wants to say, hey, I want to try Card Fight Vanguard. And the first thing you hear is someone scream, nah, that game is garbage. I don't play it. I would never play it. Okay, that's your opinion. But don't trash his choice because you don't like it. You know, say, hey, you know what? Card Fight is a good game, but how about you come into Magic, give it a try and check it out. Your approach is everything. If you're douchey, I wouldn't want to talk to you. This goes to all the douchey players. If you're douchey, you're a bad representation of your game and you suck. Alright, enough of that. But give it a shot. Be a better ambassador for your game. Be a better representative of the particular game and play style that you find most preferable. But most importantly, be the guy that brings players to the game. Be that Magic player that brings newbies into it. Be that Yu-Gi-Oh player. Be that Card Fight player. You never know. Now, it's not just my opinion on this whole subject. I actually asked my friend Preston to give his opinion on it, and he's going to let you know. Because he came up with the topic, so I definitely want to put him in it. So my question will be is, how do you feel about players who trash other card games?
Somebody came in tonight and did that to a potential customer that we were going to have. Little girl came in with her mom and was like, hey, do you guys have any of that Force of Will game that just came out? And then there was already a guy in here looking through some of the Magic stuff, and he was like, oh, I mean, you don't want to play that because it's basically Magic. so you might as well just play Magic. And pretty much had to calm down from like actually punching him in the mouth, and was like, well, yes, Force of Will has a lot of the same mechanics and it kind of runs the same way as Magic does, even though like, you know, certain big deal things are a little different. But the Force of Will by itself is its own game, and it's fairly new. So if she wants to try that, I was like, that's fine, and we still have, you know, 3 intro decks for it. So I was actually going to set her up pretty well to start playing the game. Her mom was super willing to support her getting whatever she needed. But homeboy over here decides, again, to open his fat mouth and was like, I mean, he was like, you could play that game, or you could play something that's just been around for longer and it's just better. My whole thing is, any of the games that we sell, yeah, you know, especially as you're an employee working here, we all have our own favorite games. So Magic was my game when I first started coming here, but as in working here, I started to play Vanguard. I know how to play Vice Schwartz. I play Pokemon too. Pretty much play everything short of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, there's going to be your favorite game, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to trash other games that are around it just because one is your favorite. Okay. Everybody has their own right to have a game that's their own, that they claim is theirs, and that is their favorite. So it's not our responsibility or our job to stop anybody from starting their own favorite thing.
So the bottom line is this: if you have a favorite game, represent it and represent it respectfully. Don't trash the other games, because it doesn't do anything but make you look bad. And if you're representing your favorite game, it doesn't make the community look very good either. And I'm sorry, that's not going to be what everyone's opinion is going to be. And if you have a favorite game and you may not like the other ones, then make yours more appealing. Give some reasons and show some reasons why people should try your game. It's still a competition to try and see what's out there, but we still have choices. And the number of card games out here has expanded greatly over the past 5 to 6 years. So you have choices, but don't trash anybody else, because that makes you look really stupid.
Virgin!
Thank you.
That's me.
I want to thank Preston for giving his opinion on this. I greatly appreciate it, because he was the idea of the topic for this, so good on you, bro.
You're welcome.
And alright guys, but look out for next videos. Thank you for the love I've been getting. I appreciate it. So you guys take it easy. I'll hit you up later. Bye.